Now let's talk about what's happened to Joshua here, how he conquered the place. And because we don't have children today, can I say that Rahab used to sell her body, not only food? Because with children, when we studied, he used to say she used to sell food. Yes, of course. Then in that manner.
It is subsistence for the men.
Yes. Now I'm going back to that area. That if I'm 12 o'clock that way, I want you to look at 2 o'clock. You can see nothing. But at that nothing, they are part of the Moab Mountains, and one of those places, very close to the place that you're going to float, Moses saw the promised land for the last time. He couldn't go in, although that was his mission, because he did something against God's will, and in that case, Joshua became the next prophet. Mount Nebo in Jordan today, if you can visit Jordan, please do that. It's such a beautiful place. Then from Mount Nebo, Joshua took the 12 tribes, including the 2.5, and he said, we are going to conquer Canaan just like God said. And now I'm going to the book of Joshua, and it's from chapter 1 to 6. This is the most dramatic story of Joshua, and 6 chapters. The rest is in 1 chapter. He did that and that and that, he conquered that and that and that and that. But the story of Jericho is a beautiful story. And that's why I couldn't talk about it there, because you couldn't see it. I want you to see the place. That before they crossed the Jordan River, and let me tell you that after 40 years in the desert, to see a river is not something new for them. They were afraid of the noise. They were afraid of the water. They were afraid to cross it. But because they came to here, he sent his spies to see what's happening here. Now, 2 men. Rahab. This is the first place that they actually went to. And the king knew that too. The king of Jericho knew that too. And he came to Rahab and said, where are those 2? And she said, they've been here, but they already went back to the Jordan River. And then he went to those 2 and said, don't go back. Go to the mountains. You already saw it. Hide yourself there for 3 days. And then go back to Joshua and tell Joshua, we are so afraid of you. And another thing she asked, please take care of us. She lived, her house was part of the wall. And one of the questions that I've always been asked, where is that wall? I don't know. But some believes that that area there, many years ago, they could see houses on the wall. The only problem is that not a lot are maintaining that place. And from time to time, lately it's actually raining here, nothing was left there. Believe me, I went there, saw nothing. You're going to see the wall later on, but let's face it, it's not a big place. And in that case, it's very close to you. And then I went back to Joshua, and they told him, all right, they're waiting for you, and they're afraid of us. Now, they had to cross the Jordan River. The people were afraid to do that. And what God did, just like the Nile, the water went through the side, and they went through the dry land. And the first thing that he did is circumcise themselves. Because after those 40 years, they didn't do that. This is kind of a mission. I believe it. I trust God, and I'm doing it for you. And as I believe, when they reach here, they walk like that. And when they came to here, God told them, make a round tour around the city, but be quiet. And that's he did for the next 6 days. And the 7th day, he told them to do that 7 times. The first six times, he asked them to be quiet. Then, the 7th time, he told them to blow the shofar, the horn, and to shout. And what's happened to the walls? And I want you to see the walls, and I want you to understand that the walls are massive walls, more than Jerusalem of today. Then you will see it soon. Now, let's go to visit another place. I want you to see the most ancient tower in the world, in the most ancient city in the world, in the where we are more than 200 meters below sea level, 600, almost 700 feet below sea level. And later on, we're going to reach the Dead Sea, which is 1,300 feet below sea level, 470 meters below sea level. Where are you from?
Philippines.
All right, then meters, it's okay. All right. Then in that case, are we ready to see it? Are you sure that you want to stand up? Yeah? Then let's do that.